Archangel Michael is standing right beside you as this message opens, and his presence is not subtle today. He is speaking with a clarity you have not felt in a long time, and he is delivering a truth that has been hidden from you for years. He says, God says, this wealthy man is transferring his power of attorney to your name because you're unaware he is your. And the sentence echoes like a whisper from the heavens, unfinished for a reason, because the truth behind that sentence is so powerful it can change the direction of your entire life. There is a spiritual urgency pressing on your heart right now, not to frighten you, not to shake you, but to wake you. There is a window open around you right now. A divine window that closes at the stroke of 11 p.m., and the angels are not allowing you to overlook this moment. Michael says the energy around you today is unlike any other day you've lived. You may not see the signs physically, but the spiritual realm around you is loud, bright, and alert. This message is pulling you in because something huge is approaching you. Something that was meant for you long before you ever imagined such a blessing could be written into your destiny. God is saying that what is being released to you now is not random, not accidental, not coincidence. It is a divine appointment that was delayed by the hands of people who were never meant to touch your blessings. And the time has finally come for correction. Archangel Michael says the wealthy man in your energy is not a stranger to you spiritually, even if you feel you do not know him personally. God says you've been unaware of his true identity, unaware of his connection to you, unaware of the promise he made long before you ever even knew he existed. God has orchestrated this moment where he is preparing to transfer his power of attorney to your name. This is not symbolic. This is not metaphorical. This is literal spiritual truth that is crossing into the physical world. The angels say he has been searching for someone worthy, someone pure-hearted, someone protected by God, and his spirit has been pulled toward you like a divine magnet because God himself has whispered your name into his mind. He has been guided to you for reasons you're not aware of. There is bloodline energy here, legacy energy, and ancestral energy that ties you to him. This man, this wealthy man, has carried a story that connects to your story. And though you may not know it, your life and his life are spiritually linked. There is something that God hid for a long time, something about who he truly is to you, something about what he has watched from afar, something about the way he has held your name in places you will never see with your physical eyes. Michael says the urgency is not because something bad will happen to you, because God is protecting you fully, but because the wealthy man's mind is shifting. He is at a crossroads. He has been thinking about moving all his assets, his property, his signatures, his authorization, and his authority into one final act of generosity that will change someone's life forever. God placed your spirit in front of him. Your name has been echoing in his thoughts, your energy has been tugging at his soul. But he is also on the verge of donating it all to someone else if he does not receive the sign he is waiting for, a divine confirmation that the person God wants him to bless is truly ready to receive it, and this is why Archangel Michael pulled you here. This is why you were led to this message. This is why you felt that subtle push, that inner nudge. That pull to open this at this exact moment. God says, if they skip this, they will walk away from what I have written into their destiny. But God also says, nothing will go wrong with you. I am with you. You are safe. All I need is your trust, your prayer, and your willingness to receive what I already prepared. There are spiritual forces around you that do not want you to know this truth. Not dark forces, just distractions, doubts, confusion, and emotional noise that try to convince you that good news can't truly come to you, that miracles aren't real for you, that blessings skip you. But Michael says those thoughts are lies planted by fear, not by God. God says you have been thinking small because life has forced you to survive. To endure, to wait longer than you ever expected. You have been walking through seasons where your faith carried you even when nothing around you made sense. You have cried in silence, fought battles nobody saw, and carried wounds that only heaven knew how deeply they hurt. And yet, despite everything, you kept believing, you kept praying, you kept trusting. God has been watching that. God has been collecting those tears. God has been storing those prayers. And this is the moment where the harvest begins. Michael says the wealthy man carries a secret connected to you. A secret that explains why you were chosen. A secret that explains why his spirit feels tied to yours. A secret that explains why he cannot get your name out of his mind, even though you don't realize how closely he has been watching your journey. His life has been full of people who wanted him for what he had, but God is guiding him towards someone who carries purity, loyalty, humility, and light, and that someone is you. This man has been betrayed before. He has been used, manipulated, drained, and disappointed by the very people he trusted. He has seen greed in the eyes of those who claimed to love him. He has seen selfishness in the ones he thought were family. He has lived long enough to know that money does not buy loyalty. Wealth does not guarantee love. Status does not protect your heart. And so he has been searching for someone real, someone whose spirit is not corrupted by desire, someone whose heart is guided by God. That is why you were chosen. Michael says he has already drafted the documents. He has already prepared the transfers. He has already signed the preliminary forms. The only thing left is confirmation that the person God selected is spiritually awake enough to step into the blessing. If he feels you are not ready, if he feels you did not receive the sign God sent, he will donate everything elsewhere because he doesn't want his wealth falling into the wrong hands. That is why the instruction was given, open this before 11 p.m., not because God punishes. Not because God threatens. But because this is a divine alignment moment. The blessing is scheduled in heaven, timed, stamped, and ready. And if this moment passes without awareness, the energy shifts, and the opportunity goes to someone else. But the angels guided you here at the perfect time because this blessing has your name spiritually engraved on it. Michael says he has protected your life for years because he knew this wealth, this authority, this inheritance, this unexpected shift would one day come to you. He has been blocking people who tried to harm you, moving you away from situations that would have destroyed you, shielding you from the intentions of people who smiled in your face but carried envy behind your back. You survived things that were not accidents. You survived them because you were being preserved for something bigger. God says you have always been chosen. Not chosen for suffering, not chosen for fear, not chosen for loss, but chosen for a destiny that requires patience, strength, and spiritual maturity. That is why your life felt harder than others. That is why your heart felt heavier. That is why your journey took longer. Because what belongs to you is not small. What belongs to you is not ordinary. What belongs to you is something that must be protected fiercely, because not everyone around you can handle the magnitude of your blessing. This wealthy man carries generational wealth, properties, businesses, investments, authority, and influence. And yet, with all of that, he has felt spiritually empty, until God placed your spirit in his path. You woke something in him without even knowing it. Something pure. Something gentle. Something trustworthy. Something he hasn't felt in a long time. God is saying he sees you as the person who will protect what he built. The person who will honor it. The person who will not waste it. The person who will carry it with gratitude instead of greed. Michael says you are unaware of who he truly is to you. You may think he is a stranger, but God sees him differently. God sees him as part of your destiny, someone written into your story long before you were born. This connection goes beyond the physical plane. There is spiritual lineage here, spiritual responsibility, spiritual alignment. The angels are saying that you will learn the truth in divine timing, but for now, all you need to know is that God is orchestrating everything in your favor. There is a moment coming where your phone, your email, your life will shift with one message, one call, one document that reveals everything. This will not be randomness. This will not be coincidence. This will be the manifestation of what God promised. Michael says, do not fear. Do not doubt. Do not let anxiety cloud your spirit. Nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. God is with you. You are protected. Every step ahead is guided, but God asks one thing from you: trust. Trust the timing. Trust the process. Trust the whisper you felt that led you here. Trust the way your heart reacted as you read these words. Trust that you are not imagining this. Your spirit recognizes truth before your mind does. Michael says you have been waiting for something big, something life-changing, something that finally makes sense of all your pain. And this is it. This is the beginning of that shift. This is the divine sign you prayed for. This is the moment heaven opens a door that no human can shut. Keep your faith steady. Keep your spirit open. Keep your heart aligned with God. The blessing is already in motion. The wealthy man has already made his decision. God has already chosen you. And nothing can stop what is already written for your life. You are stepping into a destiny that is bigger than every fear you've ever carried. God is walking with you. Michael is protecting you. And your blessing is closer than you think. Archangel Michael stands beside you right now, watching the way your spirit trembles because something deep inside you already knows that this message is not random. You did not come across these words accidentally, and you did not arrive here without divine timing guiding every step. God has been preparing this moment for a long time. There is an urgency in the spiritual realm tonight, a movement that is shifting things around your life, and this message is being delivered to you before 11 p.m. because heaven cannot wait any longer for you to finally know what has been hidden from you for years. Michael has been whispering to you for days, sending you signs, nudges, flashes of intuition, and strange repeating numbers that appeared at moments you weren't expecting. You noticed something unusual in your atmosphere lately. A sudden calm, followed by sudden anxiety. A moment of stillness, followed by a strange feeling that someone is making a decision about you behind the scenes. God is saying that your spirit has been sensing this secret because heaven has been preparing your life for a massive shift. This message is coming to you because time is running short. A wealthy man has been thinking about you, searching for you, asking about you, and preparing to transfer something that most people could only dream of receiving. But the truth behind his action is something you do not know yet, something he has been hiding, something heaven is revealing to you tonight. You have been unaware that this man is deeply connected to you. Not by coincidence, not by luck, but by blood or destiny or an old promise made long before you understood the meaning of inheritance or wealth or legacy. God is saying that this wealthy man is not acting out of charity, he is acting out of responsibility, truth, and divine justice. You are not a stranger to him, even if you believe you are. You are not random to his life. For years, he has been carrying a truth in his heart, and that truth has finally reached the point where it can no longer be hidden. Heaven has decided that you must know, and you must know before 11 p.m. today because that is exactly when a final decision will be made on his end. He is preparing to sign a document, a power of attorney, that carries your name. This document gives you control over something enormous: property, investments, assets, accounts, things he never allowed anyone else to touch. But he is doing this now because he believes he may not have much time left to set things right. He is torn between two choices: giving you everything God told him to give, or donating it all to a foundation that has been waiting for him to forget you completely. Heaven is warning you, he is dangerously close to giving up. Not because he does not care, but because he does not know whether you will ever accept the truth of who he is. He has been watching you quietly, observing your life from afar. He has seen your struggles, your losses, the hurt you never deserved, the betrayals you faced in silence, and the nights you cried without anyone hearing you. He has seen the battles you fought alone. He has seen how you always remained kind, even when the world gave you no reason to be. This man has been touched by the purity of your heart because in his soul, he always knew you deserved far more than what life offered you. He always felt a responsibility toward you, but fear made him delay it. Guilt made him step back. Time made him silent, but heaven is no longer allowing delay. Heaven is no longer accepting silence. Heaven is pushing him, shaking him, waking him, forcing him through signs, dreams, sudden feelings, and strange coincidences to make the move he has been postponing. And that is why he is transferring this power of attorney to you. He believes he owes you far more than you know. You may not know his name clearly yet, but he knows yours. He repeats it in his prayers, even if you don't know he prays at all. He has tried to erase you from his mind, but God never allowed it. Every time he attempted to forget, something reminded him of you. A moment. A memory. A dream. A voice within. You are connected to him spiritually and emotionally in a way you never understood, and God is saying that the truth will shock you when it reaches you fully. You think you are alone, but someone important is tied to your destiny, someone who hesitated, someone who delayed, someone who hid too much for too long. And now the divine realm is stepping in with urgency because time has reached its final point. Michael says this message must be opened before 11 p.m. because the spiritual window is extremely sensitive right now. If you receive this message after that time, the energy of the transfer becomes harder. If you receive it before, the blessing aligns fully. You needed to read these words in this exact moment because the wealthy man is thinking of you again right now. Flipping through documents, reconsidering choices, wondering if he should go through with this. He is afraid you might reject him, or misunderstand him, or judge him for what he hid. But heaven is giving him courage tonight, and heaven is pushing you to prepare yourself. Your life is about to shift dramatically. Wealth that was never in your imagination is being aligned with your name. Not just money, but influence, ownership, and authority. You are stepping into a life that was promised to you spiritually long before the physical world caught up. And Michael is saying, this is not random. This is divine justice. This is restoration. God has seen the pain you went through. The times you were overlooked. The times you were abandoned. The times people did not see your worth. The times you prayed for help but received silence. The times you stayed strong, even when you were breaking inside. God watched it all, and heaven has decided that your season of struggle has reached its end. The arrival of this document is a symbol that the first major miracle of your new life has been released. The wealthy man is connected to your destiny, not just through money, but through truth. The truth that he hid is the truth heaven is now exposing. You are related to him, or tied to him through something powerful. For some people, this man is a father figure. For others, he is a biological father. For some, he is a relative. For others, he is a benefactor chosen by God. For some, he is someone who saw your picture long ago and recognized something divine in you, something that reminded him of someone he once loved. Whatever the truth is for you specifically, he is not a stranger. He is someone who should have been in your life long before now. He is someone who regrets his silence. And he is someone who is preparing to make it right. Michael is warning you gently but firmly, do not ignore this. Do not skip this. This message is for you. If you skip it, you block a divine alignment. This is not a threat. It is spiritual reality. Blessings require openness, readiness, and attention. When heaven moves, your spirit must respond. When heaven sends a miracle, your heart must be willing to receive it. When heaven gives you a message, it is because the divine timeline has reached a critical moment. The wealthy man has already instructed someone to prepare your documents, but he has not signed the final authorization yet. He is struggling internally with fear, guilt, confusion, and uncertainty. Heaven is fighting for you right now, aligning his thoughts, whispering to him, pushing him toward you. And that is why this message has reached you, because the spiritual battle surrounding this transfer is intense. Forces around him want him to donate everything elsewhere. Forces around him want him to forget you. Forces around him want you to remain in the dark, unaware of your inheritance, unaware of your divine connection, unaware of the wealth tied to your name. But God says no more. God says this is the moment of revelation. God says you must know the truth. God says you must prepare yourself because a miracle is unfolding. God says your destiny is being restored. God says what was hidden is now being exposed. God says this blessing belongs to you. Archangel Michael is standing in full authority, declaring that no harm will touch you, no evil will reach you, no danger will fall upon you. You are safe. You are protected. Heaven surrounds you like a shield. You do not have to fear anything, not humans, not situations, not outcomes. Nothing will go wrong. You are covered by divine protection. God is walking ahead of you, clearing the path, removing obstacles, silencing enemies, exposing hidden intentions, and aligning every detail of your life with divine precision. Michael is also saying that this wealthy man is not acting alone. Something is pushing him heavily. Something divine. Something spiritual. Something he cannot explain. He has dreams about you. He hears your name unexpectedly. He feels a strange urgency to reconnect or reveal himself. This is heaven working. This is the divine realm reminding him of the truth he has avoided. This is God saying, do it now. Time is short. The man has a strong feeling that he must do it today. Before midnight. Before 11 p.m. Before time slips away again. He fears that if he delays further, he may lose the chance forever. His health, his age, his situations, his regrets, all of these are pushing him to act quickly. He feels that something is ending in his life, something he must complete before it's too late. And heaven is ensuring that you are prepared before he acts. You have been chosen for this blessing not because of your luck but because of your heart. Archangel Michael stands beside you in this very moment, and he speaks with a voice that shakes the invisible realm around you. He says, "Listen carefully, because God is speaking directly to you and this message cannot wait." Something has already begun to unfold, something you are not aware of, and if you delay beyond 11 p.m. today, you may lose what heaven has been preparing for you for a very long time. God says, "This wealthy man is transferring his power of attorney to your name because you are unaware he is your divine connection, your hidden blessing, the person chosen long ago to lift you out of every struggle that has been holding you down." And if you skip this message or ignore the whisper of heaven in your heart, he will give everything away, and the doors meant for you will close before your eyes. The air around you is shifting because heaven is working. God is touching your life right now in a way you may not fully understand, but you can feel it. Your spirit knows that something urgent is moving toward you, something that carries your name, something that carries divine timing. God says that what is happening today is not an accident, not a coincidence, and not a random moment. It is a carefully aligned spiritual appointment. A wealthy man you do not know, a man whose life was guided by God toward you, has been given divine instruction to bring you into a new destiny. And though he has never spoken to you directly, his heart was stirred by God, his dreams have been touched. And he has felt a pull toward your name again and again. He has been observing you quietly. Not in a physical way, but in a spiritual way. He has seen your resilience, your patience, the purity of your heart, and the silent storms you endured without breaking. This man carries a level of abundance you cannot imagine, but God says the wealth was never the real treasure. The real treasure is the connection God placed between your soul and His. God says you do not know the truth yet, but the truth is powerful enough to change everything you thought you knew about your future. This wealthy man is not just a stranger. He is connected to you in a way heaven has hidden until the right moment. God says He is your divine helper, your unexpected protector, your unspoken blessing. There is something about your existence that touched Him from afar, something He could not explain. He felt a responsibility for you, a need to support you, uplift you, and protect you even though the world would never understand why. God placed your name in His Spirit, and He obeyed the whisper even when He didn't know where it was leading. Archangel Michael is standing with his sword drawn, guarding the sacred process that is unfolding for you. He says that heaven has been fighting battles you never saw to clear the path for this gift. He warns you that this is a moment of spiritual urgency, because blessings can expire when people hesitate. And heaven does not want you to hesitate. God says this man has already prepared documents, already spoken to legal authorities, and already mentioned your name in the presence of people who hold power. Your name has been spoken in circles you never imagined. The world around you may seem quiet, ordinary, unchanged, but in the unseen realm, your life is being rewritten. God says you must understand that this blessing is not accidental. It is the result of your prayers, your tears, your moments of despair when you asked God if He had forgotten you. He did not forget you. He was aligning something beyond your understanding, and now it is arriving. God says the reason He chose this man is because he is obedient. When God whispers, He listens. And when God showed him your energy, your heart, your destiny, he felt compelled to act. He has no children who understand him, no family that values him, and no one who truly appreciates the wealth he built. But something in your spirit matches something inside him, something heaven recognizes. This is why he wants to transfer the power of attorney to your name. Not because he needs you, but because you were chosen to receive what he must pass on before his time is up. He does not want his life's work to end in the wrong hands. He does not want his wealth to be squandered. He wants it to go to someone pure, someone deserving, someone guided by God. And God says that person is you, but here is the urgency: He has given Himself a deadline. If he is not spiritually assured by tonight, specifically before 11 p.m., he has already planned to donate everything. He believes that if the person God chose for him does not receive the message in time, it means they are not ready, and he will give all the wealth to charity instead. He is waiting for a sign, an inner confirmation that the one chosen by God has opened the message meant for them. God says that is why this message reached you right now. Heaven does not want you to miss what belongs to you. Archangel Michael says that your life has been under heavy spiritual pressure because forces were trying to distract you, delay you, or keep you away from divine timing. He says that every challenge you've been facing lately, every unexpected thought, every sudden anxiety, every strange emotional shift, they weren't random. They were attempts to prevent you from hearing this message. Spiritual opposition always intensifies when a breakthrough is about to arrive. But Michael says the interference has failed, because you are reading this right now at the exact moment heaven intended. God says that the timing is not symbolic, it is precise. Before 11 p.m., the spiritual window is open. Your acceptance, your openness, your acknowledgement of this message matters. God says when you receive a divine message with faith and openness, it activates the blessing assigned to it. That is why heaven is asking you not to skip, not to scroll away, not to dismiss the feeling rising in your spirit. This is not fear. This is spiritual alignment. God says that for so long, you have been overlooked by the world but seen by heaven. People around you underestimated your worth, doubted your dreams, criticized your path, or tried to make you feel small. But heaven has always known who you truly are. And the blessing arriving now is a reflection of your true spiritual identity, a person chosen, protected, and remembered by God. This wealthy man has no idea why he feels drawn to you, but God knows. Heaven has been guiding him step by step. You may wonder how someone could be connected to you without your knowledge. But God says divine connections do not require human understanding. Heaven has been weaving threads you could not see. This man has been spiritually connected to your life for months, possibly years, without you knowing. His spirit recognized yours before your eyes could see anything. He prayed for clarity, and God showed him your heart. Not your face, not your status, not your achievements, but your heart, the essence of who you are, and that was enough. He said to himself, if God chose this person for me, then I will obey. And God says He is prepared to sign His power of attorney into your name. He may not know your full story, but He knows your soul carries grace. He knows you deserve better. He knows heaven trusts you. And that is enough for Him. God says you have been in spiritual battles, but now you are moving into spiritual inheritance. You have been surviving, but now you are stepping into abundance. You have been questioning when things will change, but now the shift is already in motion. You do not need to force anything. You do not need to chase anything. You just need to receive. Archangel Michael says that your next steps will be guided. He will protect you from every form of confusion, every negative force, and every obstacle. He is standing guard over your blessing, ensuring nothing and no one interferes. He lifts His sword not to frighten you, but to shield the path you are about to walk. Heaven is clearing the fog around your life. God says that what is coming is not just wealth, it is restoration. It is dignity. It is respect. It is opportunities that were once denied to you. It is connections that will transform your future. It is a shift in identity, a shift in your life story, a shift in your destiny. He is not giving you this blessing just to make you comfortable. He is giving it because you will use it wisely, kindly, generously, beautifully. God says He sees the humility inside you, the part of you that tries to remain grounded even when life tests you. That humility is what qualifies you. You have never asked for things with selfish intentions. You never wished harm on another. You endured quietly, faithfully, and with hope even when hope felt foolish. But hope was not foolish, it was divine. It kept you connected to heaven even in your darkest moments. God says this message reaches you now because you are ready, prepared, positioned. And heaven cannot allow you to miss what belongs to you. There is no more delay. The blessing is already moving. The wealthy man has already made his choice. He is waiting for the spiritual confirmation that the chosen one has opened the message in the right time. Do not fear any part of this. God says nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. You are protected. You are supported. Heaven is around you. Angels surround you. Michael stands with you. God has His hand over your life. You just have to trust Him and pray with an open heart. God says that before tonight ends, something inside you will shift. A sense of expectancy will rise. Signs will appear. A subtle confirmation will reach you. Something unexpected may happen, a message, a thought, a dream, a feeling, a whisper that reminds you that you are not alone. Heaven is speaking to you clearly. You are chosen for something greater than your current circumstances. You are being guided into a destiny that will remove every trace of the life you struggled to survive. God says, trust. Stay open. Receive. Do not let fear silence your blessing. Do not let doubt block your inheritance. Do not let hesitation close the door heaven opened at the perfect time. This blessing is for you, and it carries your name in the spiritual realm. The wealthy man God assigned to bless you is acting in obedience. Now heaven asks you to act in faith. This is your moment. And Archangel Michael says, do not skip this. Receive it fully before 11 p.m. Once you do, the divine sequence will activate, and what has been hidden from you will come to light in a way that will change your life forever. God says He is with you, guiding you, preparing you, and protecting you. Nothing will go wrong. You are safe. Just trust Him and pray. Archangel Michael stands beside you right now, and the first thing he whispers is that you must not allow fear to cloud your heart, because God is working behind the scenes in a way that will surprise even you. God says there is a wealthy man, a man who has stayed hidden from your awareness for a very long time, a man whose connection to you is much deeper than you ever imagined. He has been watching your journey quietly, seeing your struggles, your hardships, the moments you stayed awake at night wondering why life felt so heavy, why blessings seemed delayed, why people you trusted walked away exactly when you needed them. God says this man was never meant to harm you, never meant to confuse you, but he has been holding something so massive, so life-changing, it can alter not just your present but the story of your entire destiny. And now, as the hours pass, as the clock moves closer toward 11 p.m., something divine is shifting. God says this man has made a decision that will leave you speechless. He is transferring His power of attorney to your name. You have no idea why He chose you. You don't even know the real reason He feels so deeply connected to you. But God says the truth will unfold exactly when you are ready to receive it. For now, what you must know, what you must hold tightly, is that this man is not acting out of charity. He is acting out of destiny. Because he is your blood. God says you are unaware of how he is related to you. You are unaware of a family truth that was hidden from you for years. But heaven is revealing it now because a new chapter has begun, a chapter written not by human hands but by the hands of God Himself. Archangel Michael says you need to understand that heaven does not make mistakes. The timing of this message is not a coincidence. The urgency, the strange feeling in your heart, the pull to read these words, all of it is part of a divine alignment. God says you must open this message fully before 11 p.m. because after that hour, a spiritual window closes. If you ignore this, if you delay, if you skip it, this man may donate everything instead. Not because he wants to punish you, but because he believes that the person meant to receive this blessing must show readiness, faith, and alignment. He is waiting for a sign. And this message you are reading is that sign. Heaven is delivering it to you so you don't miss what was written for you long before you were born. God says He has seen your cries, your disappointments, the way people misunderstood you, judged you, labeled you, and tried to make you feel small. Yet even in those moments, you remained humble. You remained kind. You kept faith alive in your heart. You didn't shut the door on heaven, even when life felt unbearable. And because of that, God is stepping forward now with something that will wipe your tears forever. God says a wealthy man's signature is supposed to be your turning point, not because the money matters more than your spirit, but because heaven wants to show you that nothing is impossible when God decides to move. Archangel Michael says you must also know this. Someone tried to block this blessing from you. Someone didn't want you to receive this transfer. Someone did not want you to know the truth about who you are connected to. This person hoped you would remain unaware, distracted, doubtful, fearful, and spiritually disconnected. They hoped you would continue thinking you're alone. But God says you are not alone, and you were never alone. Everything